Chris Hamblin back here at ArizonaSports.com with another edition of College Hoops Coast to Coast. We're a month away from the beginning of March Madness, so it seems like a pretty good time to throw out the 4 number 1 seeds that I could project out as we move into March. My first 1 seed will be the Kentucky Wildcats, a team that has just dominated the SEC conference so far this season. Out of the Big East, the second number 1 for me will be Syracuse, followed by Kansas out of the Big 12 and Missouri out of the Big 12. Now, I do think all 4 of these teams, barring catastrophe from Kansas or Missouri, are going to be on the 1 seed line. A team to pay attention to as we move into March, the Duke Blue Devils. Now, they got all the love with Austin Rivers hitting that huge shot on the road against North Carolina as they had the buzzer beater win. But they will be defined to me in these next week and a half worth of games. They play number 21 Florida State, and they play number 7 North Carolina. Now, this is a Duke team this season, as we've seen from Maui all the way into February, that has struggled defending. Now, they've been okay. They've been able to get shots. They can score. But defensively, if Duke can hold up against Florida State and North Carolina in these next couple of weeks, I may take them a little bit more seriously inside of March. Florida Gators, let's talk about them for a second. This is a team that has 6 losses this season. Their 3 losses inside of that 6 come to number 1 Kentucky, Syracuse, and Ohio State. Florida is a good team that's not on the radar. Kenny Boytons is a good player for them. They have Bradley Beal as well. The biggest problem with the Gators is they have a hard time getting on the glass and getting boards to keep them in games. They can score in bunches like they did against Alabama the other night. In the second half, they come out and score 16 unanswered to cruise to that victory. Keep an eye on Florida. Watch their special tendency to not get on the glass. If they can fix that or the matchups suit them right through the SEC Conference Tournament into March, they may be a sleeper team that can make a run. Time now for the Twitter question of the week. How many teams from the Pac-12 do you think make the NCAA tournament? It's a really good question, and one that I've had more than a couple of times on Twitter. And right now I think that the Pac-12 gets 2 in. They probably deserve 3, but that's a stretch for me. Here's the nightmare scenario for the Pac-12. The Pac-12 could have a situation where the Pac-12 tournament in LA gets won by, say, UCLA or Stanford or Washington, teams in the conference that are on the bubble. Now, if these teams go out and win the conference tournament, then it's going to knock out an Arizona or maybe even a Cal, a team that has won the conference, that could still lose the conference if Arizona makes a run, but a team that Cal, I think, will win the conference, and they win it with no good non-conference wins. But they don't win the conference tournament. Keep an eye on that, because if there's any type of influx inside the Pac-12 in the conference tournament, it will affect the number of bids that the conference gets. All right, this is one of my favorite weekends as we go to what to watch, because if you're a guy that likes to pick upsets in your bracket, it's a great weekend for you to watch NCAA basketball, because it's Bracket Buster weekend. The game I want you to pay attention to is Long Beach State and Creighton, 2 teams that are really good. Long Beach State's in the Big West. They're 12-0 in conference play. Creighton's in the Missouri Valley. They're 12-4. Both teams look to be headed to the NCAA tournament. These 2 teams, when you fill your brackets out, nice picks. Both of them, no matter what happens coming up on Saturday, are strong picks for the NCAA tournament if you're looking for upsets. All right, we're a month away from March Madness. I'm pumped. Can you tell? It's happening, and it's going to happen here in Phoenix with the regional finals at U.S. Airways Center for the West region. Stay with us here at ArizonaSports.com. I'm Chris Hamblin, your college basketball insider. Enjoy the hoops this weekend, and check back with us here next week.